The ad that came out before Out in the Silence, and probably the same ad around the country, I don't know, says a call for inclusion and equality for gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgender people. First of all, you know, you would get the impression from these folks, we just want to get married and go and do our thing. Well, why then isn't it just leave Joe and me do our thing? We're not talking now about a man and a man. We're talking about somebody that doesn't know whether they're a man or a woman and whatever. So the agenda is much broader than saying we just want to live our life. In June the 1st of 2009, Barack Obama put out Lesbian, Gay, Bisexual, Transgender Pride Month Proclamation. They mobilized the nation to respond to the domestic HIV/AIDS epidemic, have a vital role in broadening the response to the HIV pandemic. Well, they caused the HIV epidemic. Another recent article, April of 2010, Maine Commission moves to ban gender-specific bathrooms. The issue came to light when the Commission ruled that under the Maine Human Rights Act, a school has discriminated against a 12-year-old transgender boy by denying him access to the girls' bathroom. So if you don't know what you ought to be able to go into any bathroom you want to go in. And I thought to myself, if you're out with your kids, and I had already thought before, I'm going to put a ball bat in my car, and if I ever see a guy come out of a bathroom that my granddaughter's in, I'm going to use the ball bat on him. It's out in my pickup truck, and it's going to stay in my pickup truck. In the good old days, before she-males existed, they just called such people perverts. Yeah.
I just want to say, I didn't know what kind of emotion I was going to feel being here tonight. And, it's a long drive. It's 6 hours to get here. And I have to say, I'm more profoundly sad than I ever thought I could be. Our film and everything in it, it speaks for itself. I stand by everything in it. It is completely accurate to our experiences over the 4 years, struggling against exactly what we're witnessing here tonight, which is wild characterizations, sometimes mischaracterizations, sometimes I don't even know what I'm hearing about people who live here in your midst, some probably in your own families. And this is what our project is about. How do we address these kinds of things? Because these kinds of words have deep impacts on people. And when we were here a month ago, we heard people tell very personal stories about how a culture that's created out of this kind of misuse of religion, the impacts it has on communities. So I commit myself even more heartily now than I did before to the work that we're doing to try to challenge these kinds of things, and to bring a representative of the American Family Association here to this community. This is an organization that has a $20 million annual budget.
We don't.
It has 100 employees. This is according, well, you're a representative of the American Family Association.
Well, let me
and this organization, actually very recently, Brian Fisher, a host of the American Family radio program called Focal Point, said we need to reform our culture to reflect biblical truth. There should be legal sanctions for homosexual behavior. Homosexuals should be disqualified from public office.
Amen.
So I guess I just want to say I'm here to be witness to this, and it helps reinforce the work that you know, I and so many other people here, even in Coudersport, are doing actually to make our communities more welcoming and inclusive for all, and you know, we dedicate ourselves to that. I think finally, I think Dean maybe wanted to make a presentation because we're here again in the library, which, you know, to me still represents the best of what our communities are possible of doing for all that live in them.